Hello everybody, Manithral here. Welcome to the weekly update video for RS3. Now this week we have the weapon improvements and necromancy soundtrack this week in RuneScape, which is dealing with the Masterwork and legendary weapon improvements. There was a blog. They were looking for feedback. So the top 4 things, and then we'll get to the patch notes for everything overall. Kill has been reworked with a brand new special attack and a passive effect themed around Zuck's iconic duels. It now boosts your melee abilities and shines in longer fights. The Fractured Staff of Armadillo gains a powerful new passive, including critical strike damage, to better synergize with your high impact spells. All 3 new Masterwork weapons, so yes, 3 new weapons here, now feature a life-stealing passive, healing you for a portion of the damage you deal. So this is a perfect tool for combat learners and veterans alike. It's definitely a very good weapon for people who are just getting used to high-end bossing. Both Tectonic and Elite Tectonic armors now grant passive critical strike bonuses, which are giving magic users a bit more incentive to suit up in style, much like the Crypt Bloom. Except Crypt Bloom has obviously different bonuses. So patch notes, we go into the augmented runecrafting and thieving. So Prosper now has a 15-second cooldown when scaling. The Naturalist, Charitable, and Confused perks trigger properly when using Sign of the Corridor. The charge drain for the Binding Rod has been lowered. Updated the values for the Binding Rods and pickpocketing bags to have higher value for reclaiming upon death. The Omni Talisman now costs 50k to reclaim from Wizard Elris. The Fancy Clothes store now has additional right-click buy options when purchasing items in the fur shop. Offcut and manufactured components can now be added to costless incomplete gizmos. Fix an issue where the pickpocketing bag and perks were not functional when gathering feathers from the Desert Phoenix, so yay. Additional titles are listed as rewards on their corresponding combat mastery achievements. Achieved by Tooltip now displays player completion counts for all tiers. Fix a graphical issue that caused the Master Combat Aura to break on male characters. Reduce Sour Bunny's messaging frequency. Players who have completed the currently active Carrot Boat Race will no longer see the race timer upon re-entering the water. Fix the bug that caused channeled attacks to stop after 3 hits during PvP while using Revolution combat mode. Resolved an issue that caused the scroll bar to disappear from various reward shops while on mobile devices. Resolved an issue that caused real-world value to be displayed for rewards in the Augment Store. Rewards in the Augment Store have no real-world value. Fixed the issue that prevented the passive effect on the Gemstone armor to not trigger when using the Necromancy combat style. The Tannery map icon is no longer placed on Jack Oval and is now displayed on Tanya Hyde instead. Fixed an issue that caused the old loyalty keepsake outfit overrides to make the player's character partially invisible after changing the player's character's skin color. Minor update to the rainbow title scrolls can be searched for and bought successfully on the Grand Exchange. The XP listed on the crafting interface for Jade, Topaz, Opal, String Amulets was updated from 30 to 4 to reflect actual XP gain. Fix an issue that caused some of the recent items to disappear off the Grand Exchange at random. Fix an issue that caused the Raxor's projectile animation to be too fast on the Darkness path. Updated the quest journal for the Lost Tribe quest to indicate the location of the Goblin Symbol book. The quest journal will now inform the player whenever the quest item is stored in their bank. Rune pouches now give a runes remaining warning once the player has fewer than 500 runes instead of at 500 to match the text. Updated achievement notification to fire off only once after unlocking the first time. Dialogue in the interaction update to remove typos in the Beneath Scabera Sands quest. The Sears Headband 3 cosmetic override should now unlock correctly. If the cosmetic override remains unavailable for completion of the Sears Hard task, talk to the Sears Taskmaster about buying spare rewards, but it's not necessary to buy any. Corrected several typos in the Get Elder God Wars quest series. Fixed an issue which caused keepsake outfits to desync with player's character body type, which blocked them from equipping the outfits after changing their body type from male to female or vice versa. Transmogrification items such as the crab hat should no longer work in Castle Wars. Fix a typo in the Entangle spell chat messages. Fix an issue that caused got this achievement to refer to stand your ground achievement progress in chat notification. Fix an issue where the Volcanic Vikings music track would loop without fading. Fix an update to the Salt Amulet in the Salt Amulet E and the Necklace of Salamancy to provide their respective damage bonuses to Oseus. Updated to prevent armor sets from dropping off on the Grand Exchange if the player does not have inventory space when interacting with the Grand Exchange. Fix an issue where the Memory Dowser didn't increase the duration of energy springs. Rewards from Pride 2024 have been added to the Tales of Pride event. Players who have already completed the Tales of Pride will have these rewards unlocked on next login if they didn't already have them from Pride 2024. Logs and Mithril Seeds can no longer be used within the 443 workshop. Achievement banners and clan banners can no longer be placed within 443 workshop. Optimize some animations to ensure correct rendering at 30 FPS. And keep in mind, those things with the logs and the Mithril Seeds, it is only in the 443 workshop, so it's not necessarily out everywhere in the 443, so you can still show up your achievements and clan banners, but elsewhere. So there is a new soundtrack released, the Road to Necromancy. So if you remember, there's all kinds of songs and soundtracks that got released for it, but it is now available on all major music platforms, so do go ahead and check that out. There is a chat log here, May 28th combat data discussion. This will be taking place with Mod Pigeon and Rhubarbs, and the RS guy discussed data and questions arisen since the combat mastery achievements. You can catch us at 1700 game time on World 76, and also, of course, the official Twitch channel. Treasure Hunter calendar. First up, we have May 29th through June 2nd is Potion Pandemonium. As you can see here, there's a lovely hat, staff, aura, and hairstyle with a two-tone color. Also, there is a way to ride around on your staff. So, it's a new Witch's Ride Walk Override. So I'm assuming that means if you have a staff out, you can actually take a ride on your staff. Community Showcase showing off the potential new design for the upcoming crafting armor from Casilio. And yes, this is actually very thematic to the Mystic armor. I know some people are saying, oh, but it has big shoulder pads. Well, so does Mystic. It kind of has big shoulder pads too. But it's slightly more refined and a little bit more sharp looking. Then we have some interesting artwork here by Bucket Cultist of a Tormented Demon. This might be a inspiration for a rework of the Tormented Demon, because I think it's about time they get it too. Willowies and Emasculate both looking fierce and adorable when they're moved, which is a very interesting but really cool artwork there. And then we go into RuneTube. Up first we have the 05 Borrows Experience Updated Lock RS3 number 23 from Basti. And silence is closed on hitting their completionist cape goal. One of those is the quest cape. So that is actually a big goal to hit right there, if you ask me. In the Escaper screenshots, We Red Panda is taking a little bit of a holiday, if you remember Waco. I don't know many people who actually talk about that area anymore. And Salty XRS has been spending some free times in Port Sarah. I would love to see something happen with these areas. It's been so long. Kickstarter player events, of course, and these are not all the updates, so do check your calendars just in case. But up first, we have next Angel of Death. This will be May 30th at 2000 game time. Pippi Spot in the Boss Guild, God Wars Dungeon, Legion Prison, World 88, FC's Boss Guild. Skill and Chill, Thursday, May 29th at 1900 game time. Mandy Pandy. And the Spirits of the Aranan Clan, Fort 43, 116. The next one is an Iron Group Iron Man only learner-friendly raids hosted by the Iron Nation. So you have to be an Iron player to be able to take place in this. And this will be Saturday, May 31st at 2000 game time. This will be CH the Fearless 2, Where Mazcab, World 66, so do check that out. There is also a community spotlight for a Solak Discard Discord. It is partnered with the RS3 Legionary team, but there will be some events going on with this as well, such as May 30th, Friday, May 30th at 45 UTC, Thursday, May 29th at 1945 at CVT, and Sunday, June 1st at 1900 UTC, and which is 1400 CVT. But you can join them on the World 45 or in the FC RS3 BOTW, so do check that out. But that does sound like that is it for the week, guys. Keep in mind, we just got 3 brand new weapons plus some weapon reworks. Personally, I just can't wait to see more varieties of high-level gear coming in. This way, you know, there's not necessarily just one best in slot. You have like 5 or 6 different levels, same as the staff, but just different effects. This way it gives people, you know, a little bit more choices to go for. It's not just to cut and dry, pick this. But that'll be it for this week, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, later, guys.